It's Monday, June 7th here in Seoul. Hey everyone, it's Debbie from Korea Now with the headlines for today. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un has chaired a Politburo meeting of the ruling Workers' Party on Friday in what was his first public appearance in about a month. The KCNA said during the session, the North decided to hold a plenary meeting of the Central Committee of the party in early June. And Kim reportedly said the plenary meeting will be used to review the overall state affairs for the first half of this year so that the regime can seek new measures to correct mistakes and defective matters. Although this was Kim's first public agenda after the South Korea-US summit last month, there was no message for the US during the meeting. Now North Korea seems to have shifted its focus to building a self-sufficient economy instead of relying on military power or having talks with the US. This was also reflected in the recent revisions to the rules of the Workers' Party, where the phrase about North Korea's military-first economic policy was replaced with a clause about self-reliance. Russian President Vladimir Putin has stressed that pressuring North Korea will not resolve the standoff over its nuclear program. He made the remark during a virtual session with the chiefs of global news agencies at an annual economic forum in St. Petersburg on Friday, Russia time. He was responding to a question from the CEO of Yonhap News Agency, Cho Sung-bu, who asked the Russian president to comment on Moscow's stance on North Korea's nuclear issues. Putin said suffocating the North with pressure and sanctions will not work, and the only way to resolve the nuclear problem would be to guarantee North Korea's security with patience in a careful way. The Russian president also blamed Washington for the ongoing deadlock in nuclear talks, saying while the North Korean leadership showed a constructive attitude, countries like the US seems to have abandoned the promise they made at the Singapore summit in 2018. Moderna is in talks of having a production line for its mRNA vaccines here in South Korea. This was confirmed by the CCO of Moderna, Korean Lagov, in a recent interview with Yonhap News Agency. It comes a few weeks after Moderna signed a production deal with Samsung Biologics, as well as an MOU for vaccine research with the South Korean government. Moderna is also planning to build a Korean branch within this year. It's been a little over 100 days since Korea began its vaccination campaign. So far, almost 15% of the country's total population, or about 7.6 million people, have received their first shots of COVID-19 vaccines, with 2.27 million people fully vaccinated. Korea plans to vaccinate 36 million people, or about 70% of the total population by September, in order to reach herd immunity by November. And those are your top stories. For full-length articles, you can go to our official website, link down below. As always, make sure to subscribe to Korea Now for more daily updates.